It had been 6 months since Georgie and Mandy tied the knot. Life in Medford wasn't perfect. Money was tight. The baby cried more than she slept, and Georgie was still juggling odd jobs. But somehow, through it all, they were happy. That is, until a certain someone came rolling into town with a weathered duffel bag, a crooked smile, and a secret that could change everything. Her name was Rowan Carter, and she was the kind of person you never quite forgot, mostly because she didn't let you. With sun-streaked hair, leather boots worn down to the sole, and a tendency to speak like she had nothing to lose, she was chaos in cowboy boots. The first time Mandy saw her was at the gas station on Highway 79, filling up her dusty red truck and flirting with a cashier young enough to still have a curfew. Mandy barely paid her any mind, at least not until Rowan knocked on their front door the next day. "Hey, sugar, is Georgie home?" Mandy blinked. "Who's asking?" Rowan grinned. "An old friend. From his don't tell your mama years." Georgie appeared from the kitchen, holding baby Cease. His face dropped the moment he saw her. "Oh no." Rowan stepped inside like she owned the place. "Still dramatic, huh, Georgie?" Mandy stepped between them. "Can someone please tell me what's going on?" Georgie scratched the back of his neck, shifting Cease from one arm to the other. "This is Rowan. We, we used to work together." "We live together, too," Rowan added cheerfully. "In Houston. Back when you had that gig fixing motorcycles and pretending you weren't smarter than everyone around you." Mandy's eyes narrowed. Rowan winked. "Relax, darling. I'm not here to steal your man. I just needed a place to crash for a night or two." Georgie was stunned silent, and Mandy, against her better judgment, let Rowan stay in the guest room. But something about the woman rubbed her the wrong way. Maybe it was the casual way she complimented Georgie, or the way Cease seemed to take an instant liking to her. Maybe it was the secrets. Mandy could smell them like gasoline on pavement. Over the next few days, Rowan embedded herself into their lives. She helped around the house, told stories that made even Sheldon laugh, and somehow managed to get Connie to share her bourbon. Mandy watched from the sidelines, arms folded. Rowan was too charming, too smooth, too dangerous. Then one night, Mandy overheard a conversation in the garage. "I didn't come just to visit," Rowan said, her voice hushed. "Georgie, I need your help." "I've got a family now," Georgie replied. "You can't just show up and expect me to drop everything." Rowan's voice cracked, just slightly. "It's not about me. It's about her." Georgie was quiet. "You're lying." "I wish I was." Mandy's blood went cold. She waited until Rowan was asleep before confronting Georgie. "What does she mean, it's about her? Who is she talking about?" Georgie sighed, pinching the bridge of his nose. "A few years ago, Rowan and we weren't careful. She told me she couldn't have kids." I believed her. Mandy's chest tightened. "So you think you have another kid out there?" "She says the girl's 4, Georgie whispered. "Her name's Sky." Mandy didn't sleep that night, or the next. And when Rowan finally introduced Sky to the family, wide-eyed, quiet, and clinging to a stuffed bunny, something inside Mandy shifted. Cease was still a baby, barely able to form words, but Sky was curious and bright. She looked just like Georgie. The entire family was shaken. Connie, for once, didn't have a snarky remark. George Sr. looked like he'd been hit by a truck, and Mary, in typical fashion, immediately tried to schedule a baptism. But Mandy was stuck somewhere between rage and heartbreak. She'd built a life with Georgie, only to find out he had another one trailing behind him like a shadow. It wasn't his fault, not really, but it still felt like betrayal. Rowan, to her credit, didn't stay long after that. She left Sky with Georgie for a trial run, saying she needed to find herself again. Georgie stepped up, he always did, but the strain on his marriage was palpable. Mandy withdrew, emotionally and physically. She still loved him, but love wasn't always enough. One evening, as Georgie rocked both girls to sleep, Cease on one side, Sky on the other, he looked up at Mandy, eyes rimmed red with exhaustion. "I know this isn't what we planned," he said quietly, "but I'm trying. I really am." Mandy nodded. "I know. I need time." Georgie swallowed hard. "Are you leaving me?" "No," she said. "Not yet." The season ended on a bittersweet note. Mandy packing a small bag, heading to her sister's for a week to clear her head. Georgie standing in the doorway, holding Sky and Cease, watching her car disappear down the road. And Rowan, somewhere out there on a dusty Texas highway, unaware of the emotional bomb she'd dropped on Medford. But in the silence that followed, there was a sliver of hope.